Every time I make a new project, I have to start the branding from scratch and pick colors that I like, pick fonts that I want to use, pick the logo, the name, and of course I use AI tools, but it still doesn't do the job right, and I have to do it like multiple times, and there I am spending maybe like 2-3 days just coming up with the branding, and that's not really okay, especially in a fast-moving world like we are right now, where you probably want to put out your app within a week. So I'm thinking about a tool that automates all that process, makes it faster for you to pick your colors, your typography, your logo, things like favicon generator, and your email signature even. So that could all be automated with AI, and I'm thinking, why not make this tool for myself, and then maybe there's other people out there who will also use it. As a little step one, I already have a sketch of what I want from this tool. So I'm going to be using this one to come up with a Figma mockup and actually use that as my first product. It will be pretty simple. There will be a prompt, you put in what you're making, and then the results page will show you sort of like a bento grid of different elements for your brand. So you can use that one. So let's get designing. Okay, before jumping into Figma, I'll show you my workflow. I asked ChatGPT to actually come up with different ideas for the names. And it did a decent job, but again, not the right place to do it. And then I checked over here for domains that are available using those names. And this idea is actually my own. The AI didn't help me come up with it. But it did point me in the right direction. And this one seems to be available. It's kind of misspelled. It has an extra I in there, but it might work. All right, so something crazy happened. I exported a little screenshot from Figma and imported into Snapper, made this like beautiful looking screenshot, and I put it on Twitter because I saw someone was asking, what are you building, right? So I got a little bit of traction, a couple likes here and there, and then I saw on this subreddit side project, people are posting something similar. So I decided to create a post on there on what I'm building and named it this, naming your startup sucks. So I'm building a tool to give you a name, logo, colors in one click. So catchy, and to my surprise, it picked up. It got like around 86 upvotes, around 20k views, which is not bad at all. I've never really had any posts do that. So then I'm like, let me do something with this, because while this is nice and it generated some traffic, I wasn't really doing anything with it. So I'm like, let me make a wait list. And I thought about this idea after I actually posted. So I posted it somewhere and had this type form, and people could enter their emails. I got about 30 signups in total so far, and this is a pretty good way to validate your idea before actually moving on to building it. Because remember, I haven't written a single line of code just yet. I've only done the Figma. Now generated some sort of interest around this idea, and whether people use it or not, that's another question. And you need to build an MVP to find out. And that's the next step for me, to spend the next couple of days, maybe a little bit longer than that, to actually come up with the first version and then get it out and send it to these people and see if we'll get any hits. So let's get right to it. So I came to work out of a coffee shop here in this music store, and the music store is shut down, but there's a coffee shop inside that's still open and has pretty good coffee. So I bought some beans back there, did some work. I pretty much did the initial part of the app where you can generate names. So for now, it's just a name platform. The logo and everything is still not working great, but I got the first piece done and I feel pretty good. Although I couldn't do a lot of stuff on my hotspot, unfortunately. So I'm gonna get home, do some more work, and just keep it going. So I made a to-do list and I'm gonna follow that to-do list. That's typically what I like to do when I start initially with a project. And yeah, just go through it, finish it one by one, and that's really it. So I'm just putting together the ad that I'm gonna post.
Oh no, not this guy again. How many apps did you actually build in the last few months?
And how many of them actually took off? Oh wait, don't listen to this guy. Yeah, but this one's different. So just got back from the cottage trip. Spent a good part of the weekend just relaxing, being by the water. So that was nice, but time to get back to work because this is officially week 2 of working on BrandKiit. And while it's coming together, there's still a lot to do. There's so many little pieces, of the app to make sure it works. And I was just doing the math and I realized the tool is kind of doing 7 things in one, right? There's the name generation, logo generation, colors, typography, hero, slogan, email signature, and I'm pretty sure there's one more that I'm missing. But anyways, it's doing a lot of stuff. So to make each of those pieces work, obviously there's a lot of work involved. So I've been trying to sort of break it down into sections by sections, and even eliminated one page that I didn't really necessarily need, which is an export page. So I realized users can just export things from the main brand page for now. As demand grows, I can always add an export page later. So I really just want to get one version out, get it done by the end of the week, push it to production, and then start planning marketing over the weekend so that early next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday, I can launch it and send it to people who signed up for the Typeform on Reddit, on X, and just promote the heck out of it. So let's do this. So today's the official launch day of BrandKiit. I just put it on Product Hunt and it did, decent so far. It did like 50 upvotes within the first few hours. I woke up and I was like, wow, I didn't expect it because I didn't really post it anywhere. I put a little widget on the website, but I didn't know it's going to do that well. And then now I'm actually sending it to everyone I know, posting it on everywhere, pretty much all the communities I'm part of, and trying to get any upvote that I can. I'm somewhere around 80 now, and hopefully trying to make it past 100 today. Of course, hopefully more than that, but that's my goal at least for now. And one of the advice I have is yesterday I did a bit of a soft launch. Sent it to a few folks, make sure that there's no huge bugs or anything, fix those bugs. And then now it's actually publicly available. So I had a little bit of time in between to come and get a workout in, and then I'm gonna hit it back to the office and get it going. All right, this is the second day after the Product Hunt launch. It did pretty good overall, I would say. It brought somewhere around 600-700 visitors to the website and generated over 200 brands, which is amazing. And I think I got about 30 users or 40 users actually who actually signed up for the service too. So overall, I would say decent launch, had about 130 upvotes. Mark Liu got to see the video himself, which I featured in the beginning of the clip that I made. So that also made my day. The next step is to keep pushing and keep grinding away at BrandKiit and just try to make it blow up. Thanks for following me on this journey and on to bigger and better projects. Until next time.